I may decide to go to another far right group. Because I'm not 100% anarchist. I believe in, um, I'm a nationalist populist. I believe in the will of the people, but not in authority at all. I don't believe in authority. I believe in total freedom. People doing the fuck they want. I don't care. People say, well, that's chaos. I don't care. I really don't. You know, why should I care about policemen? You know? And I'm not saying I hate policemen. I don't hate policemen. I just don't care. I have no sympathy towards policemen, no sympathy towards the military, no sympathy towards the government, no sympathy to President Dodo Head Joe Biden or Poopy Pants Biden. I have no confidence in the economy. I have no confidence in the Uni Party establishment, which is both the Republicans and the Democrats. I have no trust in society, no trust in humanity. I don't have any faith in humanity. I don't have the only faith in him. The only faith I have is towards animals. You know, I've seen some of the coolest shit from, excuse my language. I have seen some of the coolest stuff from from videos where, like, a gorilla protected an animal from like a cheetah or whatever, or something like that. And it was the sweetest thing. A gorilla, you know. And I am an animal protectionist. You know, I love animals. I love the environment. But you have to understand, you can't stop something from changing. This is why I don't believe in the leftist version of climate change. In that you try to stop it, you can't stop it. You can't stop it. I put it this way. You could stop a microwave. I could go up, I mean, you hear my microwave going on. I'm microwaving some pomegranate, eggplant pomegranate, because I found out I love eggplant. But if it was on, I could stop the microwave, you know. But it wouldn't change back for it to be cold. It'd still be half done if I were to stop it at the time that I was going to say that I could stop it. The point is that you cannot stop a domino chain reaction to happen. Okay, here's the thing leftists don't understand. The whole global warming is a bunch of crap. Okay, it's just I'm trying to think. I'm having a hard time thinking. It is just a thing for the government and the establishment to manipulate the people with fear. Why? Because the establishment are fear mongrels. That's what they do. They control people by fear. That's why they created the COVID, knowingly lying to us. And it's not a conspiracy theory. There's actual factual evidence that the virus, the COVID-19 virus, the virus Google doesn't like me talking about, came from a Wuhan lab. That, by the way, was created and invested by an American agency. Yeah. So, so the establishment use our money, our taxpayer money, to essentially kill us, which is exactly what they try to do. And now I will forever be allergic to the COVID vaccine. And not just the COVID vaccine, but the stuff they use in the COVID vaccine, I'm allergic to it. And they tell, that could never happen. Well, if I stop taking my allergy med for a long period of time, you want to know what happens? So I'll tell you a funny story, and this is a true story. I think it happened last year, the year before, when the whole COVID crap was going on. My dad got it because he was working at the hospital. He got it from one of his patients that he was helping or whatever. Not really his fault. He bring it home, again, not his fault. He didn't know. And he got mom sick. Well, I didn't. Mom was the worst offender. Mom almost died. Not literally, but she almost died. She was close to death. She passed out and she wasn't doing well, and I thank God that she's okay. I thank God. Like, I would be sad. I really would, because my mom is my mama is, I'm a mama boy. Love my mama. I do anything for my mama, almost anything, but I do anything for my mama. And I'll do anything for her. And when I saw what was going on, I was anxious. Not really good. I get anxious when I get stressed, and if I get stressed too much, I get anxious too much, and it'll just cause me to get sick, and I'll puke. I learned that the hard way, long while ago. But what actually happened is I wanted to be with my mom because I couldn't take being away from my mom. Okay, I couldn't. I don't care what stupid laws I break. I will be with my mom until the day I die. Okay? There will be nothing that will ever separate us. Nothing. And so that maybe I may have some, I may have some issues, but I love my mom, okay? And I know that's not nice to my sisters or my dad or my dog or my friends, but people have to understand I am much more closer to my mom than I ever was with anyone in my family. My mom is the one who saved my life. So, I mean, she didn't save my life, but she basically told the doctors, like, hey, you need to do this. You need to save my kid. Do something. And, if it wasn't for my mom and if it wasn't for my dad, I would be in a lot more misery. I seriously would. And yes, I didn't treat my sister well, especially my younger one. I didn't abuse her physically, I abused her mentally and emotionally. And it really wasn't my fault. Because one, I was a teenager, and two, because I have anger issues, and it's a lot better now, but oh boy, I would fight almost daily. I remember fighting daily, constantly with my dad, my younger sister, my younger sister and stuff, and I hated it. I didn't know why I do it. I had no control over it, and I went through counseling to help with that. And I can't remember his last name, but I know his name is Seth, Seth, and he's a really great counselor. But back to my thing I just lost track of what I was going to say. Oh yeah, the COVID thing. So, the COVID thing, I got, I when I first of all the yeah think the way that they check you to see if you have COVID or not, if you test positive, is really, really painful. The most painful thing I experienced, besides having a sponge being yanked out of my nose by my doctor, which was even more painful than that. Either way, I later found out that I do have COVID. Not surprised. I hated being inside because all the time because it's just not fun, you know. And there were times where I literally wanted to go outside. There were times where I kind of felt like, what's the point of doing anything? I should just lay here and die. But eventually I got the vaccine, which made with Moderna. Well, I have thyroid. I have the same type of thyroid problem my dad has. It's a genetic thing that comes from my dad's side of the family. And what happened is, I got the vaccine. Nothing happened. The first dose of the vaccine, nothing happened. It was just a fun day. It hurt it. Yes. I got bruised on my elbow, not my elbow, but my shoulder, which is where they put it. They typically, for me, they put it on the shoulder, and it's not painful, but it gives a little, numb feeling, and it's just not fun. I want to scratch it, and it's like, no, don't scratch it, you'll just make it worse. So, the day going on, I was still working at M&H. I didn't quit during this time. So this wouldn't be in last year. It would have been the year before last year. So I'm working at M&H and stuff. I'm just doing my regular activity, and I'm starting to notice my body's acting weird. What I mean is, like, part of my joints. Part of my, not just my joints, but part of my fingers or my heels or, part of my body will swell up, I noticed that something was off with my ankle, and it wasn't just, it was mainly my joints. It was one of my joints, It would start to affect my joints. I would have swelling. One time I had swelling on my ankle. It was on my right feet, and I noticed that my ankle was a lot bigger than it was. But I'm like, whatever. I brushed it off. Then I noticed pain, like extreme pain in my neck. Like something is, like in my neck, in the throat. I felt like something was squeezing the throat, and it was painful to talk, to drink, to almost anything. Then it went from that to hives. So I'd scratch, and it was uncontrollable. Like I couldn't just stop scratching. This was uncontrollable, itchy. Like I scratched so bad I got hives at one point. Then my joints, my fingers would start to swell up. Which is one of the weirdest experience. Trying to bend your finger, and it's like you can't bend your finger like this. Like it'll be like this, and you can't bend your finger. Like I can't bend my finger this way, and so it's like this. And it's the weirdest experience, and it's not really painful, but it's kind of funny. But then eventually the serious thing happened. So during the time, my parents were like, let's watch it, to see if it gets better or worse. And well, eventually it got worse to the point my tongue swelled up. I was talking like this, with my tongue all pung, and I texted my mom because I couldn't call. I mean, I could call my mom, but my mom wouldn't understand a damn thing I said because all I will ever say is a bunch of mumble garbage because I couldn't speak. My tongue was swollen. And my parents were like, oh shit. So we went to the hospital. I just wanted an easy fix because I didn't want to have to deal with this. And so, I took the medicine that's supposed to help with what was going on. It was a liquid. It was nasty, but it's worth it, Eventually, everything was going fine. And my parents are like, we're gonna take you to do a second dose, another dose of it. And I'm like, okay, thinking, nothing will go wrong. Yeah. I took the second dose. Yeah, later I think a day after that, my tongue just went blip. Yeah, we learned to find out it's vaccine. I'm allergic to the stuff they use to make the vaccine. We later learned during the rest of the week. Actually, I think it might have been this last year, but I don't know. But during the rest of the year, everything was normal. We didn't have any issues. Like, whatever, Well, about last year when I moved in, and I don't think it was even last year. I think it was actually this year, at the beginning, close to the beginning of this year. I started to get reactions again. Oh boy. And this time it wasn't caused by the COVID vaccine. This time it's caused by my allergy to the COVID vaccine, which at the time I didn't know. I just didn't like it, and it was a uncontrollable urge to scratch. It was painful to swallow. It painful, like in my throat, my organs in my throat will swell up, and so and it's not just, it's like the throat will squeeze, and it's the most painful experience, and it's an allergic reaction, and we went to a doctor through Bill and Clinic. It wasn't through Bill and Clinic, but it was, whatever. I kind of messed up in the whole thing, but I don't really care. Either way, we learned and find out that it's because the COVID vaccine, basically, my thyroid did not like it. Something to the effect that it caused something to happen with my thyroid issue, and so now I am stuck with a allergic reaction. Yay! And so I have to take meds, or else I have horrible allergy pain. It's essentially a immune disease. I had to deal with it on a constant basis. I don't have an immune disease. My immune is well, actually. It's a type of disease caused by my thyroid and the COVID vaccine. I'm just like, I don't know if I want to take vaccines anymore. I should have just waited out, because when I got COVID, I was the healthiest one in the whole family who got COVID. My mom was the most sickest one, she was really, really sick. I thought she was going to die. I mean, she wasn't doing too well. My dad was not doing too well, but he was able to manage. I, on the other hand, didn't feel a damn difference except for I couldn't taste or smell. Yeah. If you wonder what water ever tastes like, when you can't taste it or smell it, it's not a fun experience, especially when you want to eat bananas and it's like you can't because the bananas doesn't taste like bananas. It's like, ah! But yeah, I was the one that's much more better off than my whole family. Wendell went through it, but she got it much more later, down the years. But yeah, I'm allergic to the Madonna that they use to make the vaccine, so I can't take the vaccine. And I love the mainstream media telling you that could never happen. Well, it happened to me, and it almost sent me to the damn hospital. You know, actually, no, it did send me to the hospital, but it almost sent me to I think it actually did send me almost close to an emergency room. The point is it just nah. I will never take it again. I would rather die from COVID. Seriously. Given the chance, if I would die from my allergy to the vaccine or die from COVID, I'd die from COVID. I would. It may be a painful death, but I don't care. At least I wouldn't have to deal with itchiness and swelling on my fucking neck, the inside of my neck, and my joints and stuff. And it's not all my joints that would swell up. It's like, my ankles or my fingers, my knuckles. Both knuckles on my fingers would swell up. Oh, like I showed you before, I couldn't bend my finger like this. I always say finger. It's funny, but my finger, I couldn't, like when I had the reaction going, I couldn't bend my finger like this. I bent my finger like this because this would all be puffy, not like pussy, but puffy. Like it was big puff, and it was not fun. I mean, it was funny, let's be honest, but still not fun. But yeah, I'd get pain in my my throat, like inside of my throat. I don't know what was going on with my throat. Like I drink water and it's like really, really painful. I thought that it was just pain from drinking too much soda and mainly too much soda. And it wasn't. It was just pain, extremely swelling pain from my allergies. Yay! It's like 2 allergies that I have now. I'm allergic to grass, and then now I'm allergic to the COVID vaccine. That's great. So, yay. My life is even better knowing that. Oh, you want to know something strange? This doesn't have anything to do with COVID or the vaccine or my allergic reaction to the vaccine or anything like that. This is just my biology for some reason. My pinky toe. So obviously everyone has a small pinky toe, and as you go from left to right on the feet, you go from the littlest to the biggest, which is the big toe. Well, my pinky is taller than the toe right next to it. on both my feet. And my toes are crooked. Like my toes, like two set of toes on my left, so my pinky and the toe right next to it is like normal is. It's kind of digging in this way, and my other two toes right next to my big toe is like going that way. You know, it's going like left, and my other toe is going right. And I don't know if that's because my genetic, it could be, or it's because I wear flip-flops too many times, or it could be because I wear sandals. I don't know. But I don't wear sandals or flip-flops anymore because I don't want my Tootsie be sunburned. Not fun. But yes, I have my Tootsie been sunburned. And when I say my Tootsie, I mean my feet. That's what I call my feet, is Tootsie. I don't want my Tootsie get sunburned because it's not fun at all, especially for someone who likes to feel who is sensitive to my feet. Which is weird because, you know, I can touch things and I can feel things more with my hand, and then, you know, it's not as sensitive with my hand, but with my feet it's more sensitive. And I think that's because I use my feet to walk, which, I mean, anyone would do, but I mean, I am really sensitive with my feet. I mean, you could just not scratch it, but you could slightly brush it your finger or something, and it's really uncomfortable. I mean, it tickles. I know I don't have tough sensing ability from Avatar as in Mindo. You know, where she has the ability to sense the minerals and stuff, you know, because she's blind. I don't have that ability. As cool as that would be, I don't have the ability. Sorry. But I'm just saying I'm weird. I'm really weird. One of the weirdest dude ever. Bye.